Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I want to go over what I think the most important positions to upgrade early on in the Madden 20 Ultimate Team are. Uh, I think this year the game obviously plays a little bit different. Quarterbacks are a lot less accurate. Stats overall are down. Obviously the pass rush is very aggressive. So there's a few positions that I think you should upgrade. If you have more or less a starter team. I have an 81 overall right now, but I'm still going to go over which positions I think you should upgrade if you had a starter team, which I can make a video later, which players I think you could get, for sort of a budget. So to start, your most pivotal position, just like in real life football, is the quarterback. You need an accurate quarterback, and in my opinion, you need a quarterback that can also run. So unfortunately, that eliminates Tom Brady's, the Phillip Rivers, the Drew Breeses, even the Ben Roethlisbergers, those type of quarterbacks. They can sit there and hit the throws, but when the pocket collapses, it's not as much the ability to scramble for yards down the field rushing. It's the ability to get out of the pocket and extend the play. So luckily, this Baker Mayfield 86 overall does that very well. However, I found he's very inaccurate, especially on the run when there's pressure applied to him. But early on for a team, I think Baker Mayfield's a very good option for you. I'm not going to say go out and get Patrick Mahomes. I ended up pulling him out of the weekly elite fantasy pack that they dropped on midnight on launch night. I ended up pulling him, the platinum edition I can quick sell for 230,000 coins. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes fits all the bills that you want. The quarterback position is that valuable that I would consider getting a guy like Mahomes, but I think there's other options as well. I just found some flaws with Mayfield's accuracy, but you can definitely live with it. You just got to set your feet more and not rely on as much throws on the run as you might have been able to in previous Maddens, especially last year. But the quarterback position is definitely one. If you're still running with that 72 overall Matt Ryan, I would highly recommend grinding for this Baker Mayfield. I say grinding, but it's really not much of a grind. You can get him pretty easily. You need 60 stars in the NFL Epic Solos. So I would really try to get that Baker, and then work your way up to a more accurate quarterback like a Mahomes with time. But Mayfield is a very solid, starting option for you. Next, I would say left tackle. Now, this is going to change if you have a right or left-handed quarterback. If you have a right-handed quarterback, I'd say left tackle for his blindside protector. If you have a left-handed quarterback, I would go for right tackle to protect his blindside. And it's really the entire offensive line that you're going to want to upgrade because of the pass rush, but it's really those edge rushers. I really even upgrade and say get both your tackles solidified regardless if he's right or left-handed. Get the blindside protector as well as the other tackle so you can prevent those edge rushers from coming in. I have 81 Ryan Ramczyk at right tackle and 83 Joe Staley at left tackle. There's different options you could go with this. For me, it's still a passing game. I love to pass, so I try to get guys with decent pass protection, pass blocking. But at the same time, I also do run the ball, so I do want guys that are also a little bit well-rounded. So I try to get maybe mid to high 80s pass block and maybe high 70s, low 80s run block. We can look at Joe Staley. I don't think he necessarily fits that bill entirely for me. His run blocking's a little higher than his pass block. I'd actually like that flipped if I wanted. I had that pass block a little higher than his run block, but that's who I have right now, left tackle. I do have a decent amount of coins, but I'm trying to save up right now. and sort of just wait for things to come out. But once my team gets a little more solidified, I'll be trying to get more of that archetype type player at left tackle. And then right tackle, same thing. I'll look here. Ramczyk I pulled out of a pack, so again, yeah, his is high 70s for both run and pass block, which is fine early on. I mean, he's played pretty well for me. But I'd go with both tackle positions after the quarterback offensively. Then offensively, those are the three positions I think. Wide receivers, I try to get speedsters. I have Tyreek Hill power up. I pulled out of a gold team fantasy pack from the pre-orders. I got Jerry Rice from a pre-order thing. I got Michael Irvin from pre-order bonus. Same with Emmitt Smith. So a lot of those upgrades I just got rather than went out and actually bought with coins. So it's obviously a lot different when you get it, in a pack or with the pre-order versus actually spending the coins that you've earned on it. So those are the three positions, quarterback and both tackles, that I would invest your coins in. Receivers you can sort of run with a group. They're valuable. Obviously, you want a decent amount of receivers. I have all elite receivers, but I think early on, gold receivers will do if you can get that quarterback that can get it to them consistently. And you can have two tackles that can protect your edges from pass rushing. So we'll move on to defense now. For team captain, I made a video. I would pick this Ryan Shazier. I think you need a good user middle linebacker with some speed. I'd put speed over height because, again, you're not going to be able to just intercept a pass 5 yards away from the intended receiver anymore. So you're going to want a guy that has speed. Ryan Shazier has decent speed starting out without even upgrading him. We can look at him. I think he has maybe 80 speed. And then I think you get him to a 90 overall with training. So you can obviously get that speed up even higher. So I'd get Ryan Shazier as a user, or just a middle linebacker that's fast as a user. Then the next two positions I would invest in. Same with the offensive line. You want right and left tackle to protect those edge rushers. Defensively, you want a right and left end to get the pressure. Now, again, like Baker Mayfield is a solid starter at quarterback, Deacon Jones is a very, very good starter at right end. He's more than that. I would keep him if you have him. Like I tried to upgrade Baker Mayfield. I've seen very little flaws in Deacon Jones' game. But, for me, you need those two edge rushers. You need Deacon Jones. You need Aaron Donald. Those are who I have. You need those positions solidified. So you can counter, the people that have those good pass protectors offensively. And you can absolutely obliterate those that don't. I'm going to add, defense I think is a little more important to have high overall players in offense. I mean, I'm an offensive guy, but I would actually invest in the defense more to start. So I look at corners and I run mid blitz, so you need press coverage. And to me, you need corners that can press, they got speed to recover. Because I found that pressing isn't necessarily the most reliable thing. It can be, but if the rush doesn't get home, you need guys that have speed that can recover. So I look at corners that can do that. So that's really who I would, again, interior defensive linemen. You're not generating your pass rush from the interior defensive line for the most part. When you run mid blitz, you're looking to get home quick because you're pressing. It's a risk, but a lot of the times the reward's very high. So, again, you want those edge rushers. Usually out of the mid blitz, I'm using a safety. So, again, it's a user. I got Derwin James. He's got good height, 6'3", decent speed. I'm using him. So, his zone and awareness doesn't matter that much. Ryan Shazier out of 5 wide sets, I would use Shazier. Some other situations, I might use him. If I'm looking to get a little more speed, I'm not sure what Derwin's speed is, but I can check really quick. 81 speed at 6'2", I guess, for Derwin James. I could have swore he was 6'3" last year. I guess Madden's got him shrinking a bit, but depending on who you are as a player, Shazier, if you're more comfortable in previous Maddens, I've used the middle linebacker. I know a lot of people do. If you're more comfortable with that over the safety, even in the mid blitz, if you want to use the middle linebacker, you can. I use the safety. I think it puts a little more pressure on you because you are manned up on someone, but depending on what type of player you are, what sort of comfortability level you have defensively, you could use either. I think it's important to have two positions, linebacker. So if you use your Shazier, I would put an emphasis on your safety. If you use the safety, I'd put an emphasis on the linebacker. But ideally, you have two users that you have the ability to switch from, because in 5 wide sets, I do user the middle linebacker, and in other sets I user Derwin at the strong safety position. So that is the positions of importance that I think that you should look to upgrade early on if you have sort of a starter team, or if you've upgraded your team and you're sort of looking, you have some coins, you think your team's kind of set, and you're looking at what positions you think could be elevated to the next level. Those are the positions, offense and defensively, I think you should look at. So that is the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.